So it's early morning here in Kyoto. No doubt a lot of the locals are wondering what that crazy white man's doing with the camera, talking to himself. But we've got more important things to worry about today, because if it wasn't clear from my t-shirt, we're on a religious pilgrimage to Nintendo headquarters, which should be just down there. And we can't go in, obviously, but you can walk around the building and take pictures. And that's quite an issue of religious significance, I think, for anybody who grew up with Nintendo. So let's keep going and see what we find. I'm weirdly sure that woman's running away from me, because she was walking and then she looked at me with terror and then broke into a run, ran across the road, even though there was traffic, and just kept on running all the way down the street. So I'm not going to take it personally, however, because we've got far more important matters than unintentional domestic terrorism. And that is, look what I just saw. Come on, zoom function, don't fail me now. Oh yes, we are arrived. Some doggos there, that's nice. Doing an early morning walk in Kyoto. Not like me, I suppose. Not unlike me, I should say. It's early, leave me alone. Have fun, lads. Because we have more important matters. We're nearly there now. Well, because we are there, technically. You know what I mean. Shut up. Have arrived. Now, conventional wisdom tells us that this is Nintendo's R&D department, as evidenced by the old 90s racetrack logo around the Nintendo there. However, I did catch a glimpse of the other building, and that now also has a racetrack logo. So, I don't know what's what, but if conventional wisdom is to be believed, then this here is where Breath of the Wild 2 is somewhere being developed. And presumably Mario Odyssey 2. They're all within those walls, which will very much date this video in future, I suppose, but this is where we're at now. This is where we're at this moment in time. So just look behind those walls and imagine what could be going on back there. You imagining? Yeah, pretty sweet, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe if we look very closely, we'll see Miyamoto. No, I'm just kidding. We won't see Miyamoto. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and the Japanese don't seem to start work before 10. So, enjoy your lie in, Miyamoto, and let's look on further. Dead cockroach being eaten by a swarm of ants. But enough about that. We're still at Nintendo's R&D, presumably, department. Still getting increasingly funny looks from the Japanese populace. But you would have thought we'd be more used to this sort of thing, but apparently there's something about a grown man straining to get photos of a closed building with a Mario action figure, desperately trying to perch it on his shoulder for a cool photo op. Insert attempts here. So they're not used to, but we're coming around the far side of the building now. Still not seeing any cracks or any documents left in windows or anything like that. We're not Square Enix. And it's over the wall. Can we see anything? No, we can't. I think it was a good idea to do this before security woke up. Look at that, Nintendo have some kind of real-life batting cages. Is this where Mario Tennis happens for real? Is this where the research was done? Probably not. Might not even be tennis. Can't tell from here. There's a big wall. Nice shot, though. No idea what you just saw because I had to stand on my tiptoes on this wall in order to see it, but I'm sure it was good. So, had I approached the building from the correct side, I would have got this much better photo opportunity and not had to jump over any walls to see some grass and some trees, which is lovely, and some probably very quizzical security guards at this point. But yes, this is Nintendo's R&D, and on the flip side is Nintendo's, so we assume, head offices, unless I've got that right the entirely wrong way around, where the magic happens. We'll try and get closer and have a shot at that, but as you can see, I'm not really seeing an opening in the road, so we might have to be creative, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Or won't. Ah. It's me, Mario! Probably going to be asked politely by security to leave at some point. And there's a steady stream of Nintendo employees heading to work. What secrets do they hold? What do they think of this crazy Western man with his Mario toy on his own, making videos outside their workplace? Of course, if this were anywhere else in the world, it probably would have been removed at gunpoint by now. God bless Japan. So sandwiched in between the two Nintendo buildings is this whole residential area. These gorgeous little houses. Just can't imagine a world where you live smack bang between Nintendo's two main offices. But they're not even real gamers like me. Yeah, they appreciate what they've got. They haven't got one of these. Yeah, there you go. That'll learn them. So again, hoping conventional wisdom holds, this is what I was led to believe is Nintendo head offices. Car. No, it's gone. Now, as I said before, we were told that the Nintendo head office had the old classic 90s Nintendo racetrack logo, and R&D had just the word Nintendo without the racetrack, but now we've arrived and the internet has lied and they've both got the racetrack logo, so what the hell internet? I can't trust you, who can I trust? So yes, up there is where all the big decisions are made, or back where we came from, but maybe here. I'm pretty sure it's here because, as you'll notice here, we have the small windows which let in less sun. And as we know, sun was prior Nintendo President Hiroshi Yamauchi's one weakness and would kill him instantly. Probably unnecessary these days, but as we know, Nintendo are strong on tradition. We kill him with a gift shop or a public toilet or something. Oh, 7-Eleven. It's good, I need some coffee. Well, Lawson's even closer, we'll go there. Could be a bit of a conflict of interest going on with Oh, I don't know. Anyway, once again, we've come in from completely the wrong side. I'm going to try and avoid scaring that man on the bike. And here is the entrance to the head office. Now, the lack of accessibility or cute Nintendo signs I can stand by Mario figure on, again, lead me to believe this is where the business happens. And where top men decide that no one needs the internet and Pokemon Snap 2 isn't worth their time. And maybe in a year or two we'll get N64 games on the Switch Online service. But for now, there we are under the stream of Nintendo employees, probably looking at all that Switch money and going, I still need to get that coffee. Brilliant. Well, this t-shirt's getting some funny looks, I'll tell you that much. It's something to do with the fact that I'm the only male, presumably in Kyoto, who's not wearing a white or pale blue shirt and black trousers. I guess it's pretty obvious why the crazy white man's here with his Nintendo head t-shirt outside of what I'm going to say is Nintendo head offices at this point. I'm going to call it. And yeah, this has been a worthwhile pilgrimage to the place of our creation. All that's left to do now is to find a place to sit down and play some Switch, which may be easier said than done. Not really seeing any sort of benches or anything. It's almost as if they want to dissuade people like me from really being here at all. But they won't. And there we are, in this beautiful spot overlooking Nintendo R&D. And after such a trip, I think the only correct thing left to do is, of course, play some Super Mario Brothers after we've aligned our Joy-Cons. And press the A button. Seriously, Nintendo? Could you not just have them snap in and work? And while we're at it, maybe if there's only one user on the system, when I start, don't ask me which user I want. That's just an extra button press, isn't it? I hope you're listening. I want Wind Waker on Switch. Anyway, I think I've made my point. This is not a comfortable playing position. There you are. I had to stop because tiny Japanese spiders were spinning webs on my face.